Hello everyone, this will be a quick video review of a model Oilwell Pumpjack. Now, normally when I do reviews, it's on stuff like, the Batmobiles or Marvel Legends, some stuff coming into pipeline someday when I have time to do it. But anyway, I want to do this review kind of to show off something that is handmade, it's custom, and I make them. Now, as most of my subscribers know, I work in the oil field. I'm what's called an oil well pumper, and it's something I've done my entire life, basically. Grew up in it, been around them. This is an old one I did. I built this back in probably 2004. Let's look at the base of it. I used to notate these, but I can't remember if I did this one or not. So let's take a quick look. There it is, 2007. This is unit number 4, which is ironic because it is based on a well. It's a D12 oil well in design. I'm aware that the equalizer bar up here is wrong. The gearbox is, well, nowhere near the same. And it doesn't have crank weights. I didn't know how to do those by hand at the time. This is one of the first ones where I used a pin and bushing setup for the bearings. And I never did measure anything. I always just, did everything by sight. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to fall out, because I didn't have ways to machine keepers or anything like that. I still don't. But I used brass pins and then hollow tube of brass to do the shafts and bushings in to make the bearings. So I did that for the saddle right there and the tail bearing right there. I also experimented on using screws to hold the weights in place. Just like that. And this was built for my former bosses who recently passed away. And the family returned it to me, and when it was returned, it was very badly damaged. A book or something had fallen on it. Destroyed the control box. Turned out the old wiring I'd done had failed over time. And the high-speed gear, let me lift that up so you can see in here, which is the white one, had cracked and broke, so I had to replace that. Then you got the intermediate gear, and then you have your bull gear. Bull gear is green, and the intermediate is red. So I'm showing this because on the new ones I'm making, the gears are all going to be the same color. And I'm working on designing gearboxes that look more realistic to the real ones. I'm no longer going to be using this method of just, like a hole drilled through plastic. I'm going to be using bearings, just like on a real one. And I also build pumps that go on here, identical, just very small scale. They're about yay big. They're sized to the stroke of the unit, just like we do in real life. And they will pump fluid, just like a real one. Of course, I used brass connections for my wellhead. And these do kind of work as a stuffing box. You got a pump on it, but they're not great. So anyway, I warn you now, it is fast. It is way too fast, because I don't have a limiter in this yet. I need to figure out how I want to put a limiter in. I used to use resistors, and I don't like the way those work. So here we go. Contact. And there she runs. Like I said, way too fast. But I'll deal with that later. I was just very happy to get this unit put back together and back in its more or less original state. We'll do some upgrades on it eventually as a test bed for the ones I build for other people. For scale, here is a Masters of the Universe Origin Skeletor. He's, you know, around 5 inches tall. So if he was in scale with this, this would be kind of like a be like a 25,000 pulling capacity unit. We call them 25s. If I was to take Fire here and put her next to it, even though she's still in the package, it would be even smaller. It'd be like a 15. If I took a G.I. Joe 3 3/4 scale figure or anything like that and put with it, it would be closer to what it is, which is a D12, which is classified from 40 to 57,000 pounds of pulling power. But anyway, so there it is. That is a White Star D12 Oilwell replica model, homemade by me. And White Star is what I call them because I make them. So anyway, I hope you all enjoy this, and I will do a build tutorial video specifically for people to be able to go back to later on and see how to fix them when they break on them. But it's made out of styrene and ABS and some metal. Hope you all enjoyed it. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all next time.